Hello, hello. I forgot to turn on my camera, so it's just turning on right now. There it is. Howdy. It's been a long time since I've streamed. A good long time. There's no audio from the game. One moment. There we go. Okay. So, right now, there is absolutely nobody watching, I don't think. If I'm mistaken, drop into the chat or something. Say hello. Otherwise, this is me just rambling for anyone watching the stream replay later on. Excuse me. Before we get started in the race, I just kind of want to make my case for why this is the INDYCAR simulator, rather than waiting for motorsport games to make theirs. It's basically not happening at this point. I think that's no secret. NASCAR wants out of their license. I wouldn't be surprised if INDYCAR wants out of their license agreement as well. But, anyways, here's the big reason why. Skipping past the car that's on screen right now, we have Formula USA Gen 1, which is, I want to say, early or mid-90s IndyCars. I don't have any skin packs for it, so it's could be late 90s. And then we have Gen 2, which, oops, I did not mean to click on that. This, I believe, is like early 2000s kart. And then Gen 3, man, I should have looked this up first, but yeah, either way. A good handful of IndyCars to choose from, including Race's interpretation of the current IndyCar, which I haven't even driven yet, because, well, it kind of bugs me with how ugly it is. But they got the aero screen on there, so this is all trying to release something with, because I had already developed the actual IR18, I believe. Might have been called something else, but the rights holders like, can't do that. So they made that. But the modding community pulls ahead again and brings us this lovely mod. It is so good. It's a lot of fun. Anyways, so back to what we're doing here. I did some practice already this morning, so I'm going to skip past it in the championship. But I've gone ahead and created a IndyCar 2024 season. It's not the full season. It is only 13 races, sorry. Instead of the 18. I think they're doing 18. Might be 17. Either way, one of those races next year is non-championship. So I went ahead, I went through and made a 2023 season in this, with this stream in mind. And then the very next day, IndyCar releases a 2024 schedule. I'm like, well, what the heck, guys? I just made that, so I had to go back and make it again. But I think it makes it a little bit more interesting that way. There are some omissions and some substitutes. Let me just grab my phone here. I'll just quickly run through the schedule here, comparing it to the one that I have made. Starting off with race number 1, which is traditionally Streets of St. Petersburg. That track is not in AMS2, which means I can't make any "there's a rumor in St. Petersburg" jokes. Ha ha. So we're replacing it with Cleveland, so not quite a full straight street circuit, but it is an airport circuit, and Streets of St. Petersburg, the front straightaway is a runway or a taxiway on an airport, so there's some similarities there. I found a similar streaming series that someone has done in iRacing, and they used, drawing a blank here, Sebring. They use Sebring for their race number 1, which is, again, an airport circuit. I mean, been pretty much turned into a permanent racetrack at this point, as far as I know. At least that portion of it. Anyways, race number 2 in real life is the Thermal Club. This race is not championship. Not for championship points. It's like an all-stars race, basically. That is at Thermal Club, which is like a racetrack country club in California. I think it's in California. I downloaded a mod for Sonoma. I was going to use that as a substitute, but the mod tracks in this game don't work with penalties turned on. You get invalidated laps on every single lap, so no good. Then I found out that it's not championships. I'm like, oh, well, I might as well drop it off. It's race number 3, which is our race number 2, Long Beach. I love Long Beach. I've done a stream on that track before. It is very challenging. With it being the next race on the calendar, I'm going to have a bit of a rough time. Then we go to Barber Motorsports Park in real life. I couldn't find a good substitute. I'm not too familiar with Barber, so I didn't really know what to choose for a substitute. There's so many Brazilian and other South American tracks in this sim that I've never even heard of, so I wouldn't even know where to begin without having to try all of them. I tried a handful of them, but you know what? I don't think I'm in the right position to make a comparison. So, we're going Barber Motorsports Park, moving on to the next track, and this is this is the second track. Long Beach is actually on the calendar. The second track that's actually in AMS2 as well as part of the calendar, we have the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course. And followed by 2 weeks later, the 108th running of the Indianapolis 500. After that, they go to Streets of Detroit. That's another track that's not in AMS2, but I figured let's go to the other side of the St. Lawrence River and do Montreal. My main reasoning for this was in the... Could you say it's so bad it's good? The So Bad It's Good Sylvester Stallone movie Driven. I'm pretty sure the Detroit race in that movie was filmed on the Gilles Villeneuve course in Montreal, so I figured, hey, it's kind of fitting in that regard. But CART also did race in Montreal, so it's kind of suiting that way as well. Alright, next race. Road America. That is also in AMS2, obviously, so that works out perfectly. Moving on to Laguna Seca, which that hits hard in the heart right there. Like that was my favorite track in the first sim racing game I ever played, which was INDYCAR Racing 2. So INDYCAR is at Laguna Seca. I mean, it was my wife and I's honeymoon to go see that race just a few weeks ago. So love that track with INDYCAR. So much fun. Next, we have Iowa Speedway. Iowa Speedway is not in AMS2. So we're going to a little bit of an offbeat track. This is a Brazilian oval. It's more of a trapezoid, and there's no banking on it. So it's a little bit weird. But I figured, you know what? And also, based on a GP Laps video from maybe it was a year ago now. I can't remember when it was. It was around the time when those classic Indy cars showed up in this game. I think he said that the IndyCar used to race there. So I figured, you know what, let's throw it on there. Iowa is a double header, so I'm making that one a double header. First one of the 2 races is a night race, so that'll be fun. And then Streets of Toronto is the next race in real life. Another track that's not here, but I feel like Adelaide is a pretty fitting substitute street circuit for that. After that, Worldwide Technology Raceway, which is in AMS2. Perfect. Another oval race on the calendar. After that, we have Portland International Raceway. I love Portland. It's not in this game. Looks like my camera died. I'm going to have to swap that battery out. I didn't think that one was going to last very long, but I saw there was some charge in it still, so I'll swap that out before the race starts. The next one is Portland. I like Portland. I almost decided to use Monza in place of Portland just because of the first chicane on Monza being similar to the one on Portland. Portland's a little bit wider and a little bit faster than Monza's, but I opted to go to Watkins Glen. That's another track that they used to race in IndyCar. It's a fabulous track. I don't know, hard not to slip Watkins Glen in there somewhere. This is a big deal with the 2024 season. They're returning to the Milwaukee Mile. Unfortunately, that track is not in AMS2, so I'm using Fontana instead, the Auto Club Speedway. Another doubleheader with the first race of the two being nighttime. Unfortunately, this is a 1.5 or a 2 mile oval, so it doesn't quite fit the Milwaukee Mile theme, but that's basically me using every single oval that's in the game to fit the oval races on this calendar. And wrapping up this year is Streets of Nashville. I had to find a street circuit that sort of reminded me of Nashville a little bit. It's really narrow. They have a new layout this year in IndyCars. Maybe it won't be as narrow as it was the last 2 years, but maybe that'll be an okay substitute. We'll find out, I guess. Anywho, I'm just going to go grab another battery for my camera. I will be right back in 5 seconds or less. No, it'll be more. One moment. Okay, we are back. So, we are going to start this championship. So, I know I'm wearing a Colton Herta shirt, but I don't think I'm going to drive Colton Herta's car. I like Colton Herta, but Romain Grosjean. I can't not be a Grosjean fan. Unfortunately, he got snubbed out of a couple race wins this year, and still has yet to get his first IndyCar win. And if I understand correctly, he is not with Andretti Autosport in the 2024 season. And based on what I could see on some of the broadcasts, is maybe him and the team aren't getting along so well either. But I don't know. I like Grosjean. So that is whose car we are driving. There's also a couple of his limited liveries, I think. That's what those are. I could be mistaken. Anyways, we're taking Grosjean for a ride along the season. Okay, so the point system, I couldn't quite get a 1-to-1 match for the point system for IndyCar, but I got close. The overall point spread from first place to last place, IndyCar, you get a point as long as you finish. The spread's a little bit narrower. I think rather than P1 getting 50 points, you get 30. And rather than the bottom end of the grid getting only 1 point, I think you get 3 or 6 or something. And then in IndyCar, you get a point for qualifying on pole. And then you get points for certain people who have led laps in the race get points as well. It's a little bit confusing. But sorry, one moment. So yeah, shorter, narrower point spread, so it's going to make for an even tighter points battle in the championship, I think. And the only thing I could actually add points for, there was like a select, I couldn't make my own points thing. I had to choose from a list of available points things to make this point systems to make this championship. The one I chose has, well, I think it was 6 points goes to the pole sitter after qualifying. So that's about it. So I figured out the distance of all these tracks. I mean the substitute ones, that is. Did the math to convert the track distance to number of laps that they would normally run, and made sure that the lap count was proportionate. Like Montreal, because it's a longer track than Detroit, we're running fewer laps to make it as close to the same distance as possible as I would be doing in Detroit. And then for the season, I'm going to be doing just 50% race distance. I find the AI at 100% just a hint too slow. At 110, I feel like the pace is somewhat even. I'd have to try really, really hard to qualify on pole, but I can qualify in the top half pretty frequently. But I do think that the AI are just going to absolutely demolish me in terms of consistency and pit strategy. So I'm going to go with 105. 107. And hopefully I don't just annihilate them every race. I don't think I will. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get annihilated every single race, but we'll see. I'm okay if we get a weak start and kind of learn the ropes a little bit as we go. Anyways, let's start this season on not the streets of St. Petersburg, but an old INDYCAR track, the Cleveland Airport Circuit. I mentioned earlier that Laguna Seca was my favorite track in INDYCAR Racing 2. This was a second favorite. Around the time that I was playing that, my dad had done a couple races at the Edmonton Street Circuit, the same one that INDYCAR did, well, CART, I should say. But it was before CART actually raced there. This was when CASCAR, it was like a Canadian NASCAR series. I think that eventually turned into the Crafts. I don't know, it was like a Canadian Tire truck series or something that's replaced it. I don't know enough about the NASCAR world. Oh, is this not going to let me skip sessions? Oh man, I didn't want to have to do the practice on stream. I didn't want to waste the viewers' times with that. Anyways, he would race on the airport track with it was like a support race that the Calgary Vintage Racing Club would be a part of on the Edmonton airport track, City Center airport track. So because he was doing that in INDYCAR Racing 2, I'd be like, hey, there's an airport track on that. So yeah. I hope I can find a way to skip this practice session. I just wanted to get maybe a lap or two in. To get myself out of talking mode and back into racing mode. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but there was a pylon that just fell out of the sky over there. I don't know which AI driver hit that, but or where it came from, but that was something. I missed the track. That's one thing about airport tracks, is they're so flat. I mean, it's usually not a problem in this game for me. But oh, that's where that pylon came from. But I do remember, especially with the graphics turned very low in INDYCAR Racing 2 way back then, the graphics had such little detail that it was really hard to see when a corner was coming. Because there's nothing on the horizon to follow. Let Stingray Rob through. And now he's in my way. Had I known that it was going to force me into this practice session, I would have saved all my talking for during the practice session. So one thing that I've really liked about racing IndyCars in this, since this mod has come out, and it sort of reminds me of something Donut Media said about, I think he was on one of their podcasts actually, talking about playing the Formula 1 games, making watching the races on TV more exciting because you're recognizing the tracks better and understanding like the braking zones, the passing zones. Stingray. What a jerk. I like Stingray Rob. I have nothing to base it on other than the fact that he has a cool name. But my suspension is knackered. I forgot to turn on crew chief. Aha, I can skip to the end. Excellent. One moment while I turn on crew chief, because it makes the experience that much better. Anyways, back to what I was talking about Donut Media.
Radio check. Mike, checker, 1, 2, checker. Oh yes, sir. This is the spotter.
It's helped me recognize the liveries and the liveries and the names that go with the certain liveries better, because that's one of my biggest complaints about IndyCar is it's hard to tell who is teammates with who, except from the McLaren team because they all the same. I guess Juncos Hunger Racing also has a similar livery between the two drivers.
Just done a 45.7.
But yeah.
The car in front's lap time is at 155.0.
Sorry, I'm just looking for something here. Probably won't let me turn it on. No. Anyways, let's skip to the end here, get right to qualifying. I am going to qualify on the primary tires rather than the alternate tires, because in INDYCAR you have to start the race on the compound that you qualified, or you set your fastest qualifying lap in. So, oops. Okay. $20. See what we can do.
It takes it is clear. Okay, Emmy, we've got 18 minutes to get the job done. Let's get some heat into these brakes. Watch your right. We are clear on the right. On the right. Clear on the right.
And yeah, my crew chief calls me Emmy. There is no Emerson. I can't. I don't like hearing someone refer to me as Scott all the time, so Scott was out of the question. I often use Maverick as a nickname. Really hated being called Maverick with the spotter. I gave it a try and it's no good. But Emmy. So I suppose that could be short for Emerson, but it's okay. It was the lesser of the evils. Gonna take a few laps to get some heat into these tires.
The leader is just done 106.0.
I know I can do better than 106 with softs.
Just done a 105.7.
105s I can do with softs, but I think I've gotten to 104s once, but we'll see what we can do with these anyways. Don't touch the wall. Oh, come on, let's get some heat in these tires. Just can't get heat in that front right. And one thing with AMS2 is if you start locking up with cold tires,
That lap was at 107.1.
you get majorly punished for it. Oh, that's going to be a corner cut probably. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Not necessarily a fast start to the lap, but... You'll see that it shows me a P24 out of 25. That 25th car is the pace car, for the record.
15 minutes left.
This is a sloppy lap.
Cold tires all around.
Yeah, I know.
Brake temperatures are fine.
Okay, let's go. This is gonna be a good one. I need to move that brake bias forwards a little bit. Dropped to first there. Didn't need to do that. Really bad through that.
Fastest lap for Dixon, 105.7.
Get out of the grass.
2 is 0.6 off the pace.
Just want to get some heat in that front right.
Sector 3 is 3.1 seconds off the pace.
Not gonna be this lap either.
Might have got outside of track limits there.
You think?
On the left, clear left.
Just dragging my brakes a little bit, trying to get some heat in that front right somehow, but I can't get it to heat up.
Sector 2 is 1.9 off the pace.
If I don't get something by let's say the 10-minute mark, maybe the 9-minute mark,
Fuel remaining.
I'm gonna change the toe angle a little bit, maybe drop the tire pressure. See if I can get those to heat up a little bit more.
Sector 3 is 0.3 off the pace.
Tires are just dropping off the face of the earth in terms of temperature.
Sector 4 is 0.3 off the pace.
I mean, I did opt to go for the slower tire just because I want to start the race on it.
You've gone outside of track limits there.
My reasoning for wanting to start on the harder compound is when the tires are cold, with the alternates, they're really easy to lock up, and if you lock them up, you chew through them so fast. And being in the thick of the pack at the start of the race, I'm sure there's going to be a couple lockups here and there just to avoid accidents and stuff.
Used half your fuel.
I just think I'll maintain my tire condition a little bit better with the primaries.
0.8 off the face.
Big slide from Graham Rahal there.
Clear on the right. Your sector 2 time is quick. Okay, Emmy, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
That was slow out of the chicane.
That's your quickest lap in this session. Sector 3 is 0.4 off the pace. You're 0.2 off the pace in sector 1.
It's better. Now Rahal's getting in my way.
Fastest lap for Paolo, 105.7.
Oh no! Oh no!
Car left. Your left's clear. Your suspension's completely You got a car on your left side.
That's not
Clear
good.
on the left side.
Okay, let's make a couple changes here. Okay, first things first, let's... There's fuel right there. Let's drop the fuel down a little bit. Not going to get much here. Tire pressure.
The leader has just done a
Suspension.
105.7.
There we go, toe angle. Let's get a little more toe in there.
The leader's just done a 105.6.
Okay, let's try this again.
There's traffic behind. Keep your wits about you. Your brakes are cold. Let's get some heat.
Ooh, very cold tires. Just gonna drag the brake a little bit here. Tires are still a little bit too cold to really push it. Should probably let Simon Pagenaud through.
On your left. We're clear on the left side.
Steering wheel is getting a little loose. Had to wring the collar a little bit to tighten it up a bit.
Sector 2 is 2.9.
Okay, starting to get a little bit of heat in the tires. They're still plenty cold, but let's start pushing a little bit.
Alright, Emmy, we estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
Braked way too early for that corner.
Brake temperatures look good.
That slaps it right off, so I've just been kind of trying to scrub the tires a little bit. Ooh, that's not going to help them heat up at all.
You've just gone out of track limits. Track limits, they'll invalidate this lap.
Okay. Let's see what we can do. A little bit of a sloppy first corner. I'll probably brake a little later for turn 2.
2/10 off the pace in sector 1. Sector 2 time is okay.
Missing the apex on second last corner big time there. One more lap.
E16, good lap. That's your best in the session.
There we go.
Lap time was at 106.0.
An improvement. That first corner certainly is an improvement, though.
You've got 2 minutes of fuel remaining. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
Willpower just bumped that fastest lap.
5.5.
So I'm about 0.5 off of that. My potential fastest is better than that, though.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. We're running on fumes, mate. Watch the track limits. Please, Emmy.
See if I can squeeze one more lap in here. Sorry, Stingray. That'd be impeding if it were real life, but
17th place. On the right.
oh no!
Right side. On your left. Clear on the left. Clear on the right. 2 liters remaining.
Okay, well that's all we're gonna get today.
Final
Marcus
lap.
Ericsson
Clear
go
left.
around. That's not Marcus Ericsson. That's Benjamin Peterson.
You're outside track limits there.
Ooh.
You got a car on the left side. Clear left. 1 liter remaining.
He's on the left. Still there. Still there. Your left side is clear.
Very little fuel left. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. Watch your speed limit in the pits.
All right. Might as well, who's on track right now?
The leader's just done
Ooh,
a
Pato.
5.5.
Oh, was that? Wow, it just ended right there. So we are qualified P17 on the primary tires. Right behind Renus VK. I guess that'll be alongside Stingray Rob. Outqualified every rookie with the exception of Marcus Armstrong. Where's our teammates at? So sorry. Where are our teammates at? There's, okay, all right, there's Colton Herta. I am struggling to remember who the other Andretti Autosport car is. Devlin DiFrancesco, I think, is Andretti. Okay, so we got a spread of 105.5 to 106.5. Wow, 1 second spread. That's pretty tight. Okay, let's go
42
racing.
laps. The pit window opens on lap 1.0. P17.
Oh, here we go. Here we got here we got teams here. So Andretti, Kyle Kirkwood is Andretti. I don't know what that sound is I'm hearing in my right ear. Colton Herta, of course, is Andretti. And yes, Devlin DiFrancesco is Andretti. Okay.
All right, Emmy, get ready.
Ooh, that's some grim-looking skies there. I did not start with enough fuel. Can I change that? I meant to increase my fuel load to match my hard compound tires. Yes, I can. Okay. Fuel. I can do way more than 6 laps on those. I feel like I can do 18 laps on that. Okay. Here we go. Rolling start, of course, in INDYCAR. Pretty sure everyone is on the alternates, so in theory they should all be pitting before me. Ooh, it's getting a little bit too aggressive with the swerving there. I see at least one person has joined the stream. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Catching the start of the race here. Got 42 laps, 50% length. So before the race even starts here, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Before the race even starts, let's get this on alternates plus fuel. Yeah. All right. Are we going to get green flag over in the chicane?
Go.
got Alexander Rossi there. Whew.
He's on your left. Clear on the left.
Oh, we got Stingray Rob coming up on the inside. Yikes. Just trying to keep Ray Rob behind me while trying to get my nose up on the inside of Pagano in front of me. So I do have weather set to random. There's 2 weather slots. So about halfway through the race, we should be seeing a change in weather. I hope it doesn't rain.
Pit window is open.
Left side. Hold your line. The left side is clear.
Little sloppy pass, but I made it happen without contact.
Right side. Right side is clear. Car right.
Oh my goodness!
Middle, 3 cars wide. Clear all around. You got a car on your right side.
Okay,
On the right side. Clear on the right. There's a car on your right. Right side is clear.
yeah, I know.
Fix the suspension, right?
Yes, you can. It's, it is not over.
Clear on the right.
Damage. All. No fuel.
The leader has just done a 105.9.
Oh my goodness, Pagano just slammed into me. Okay, we'll be sitting here for a little bit. Ah, man. We're going to be a lap down pretty early on here. Don't want to restart, but I'm really thinking I might have to go for a restart. This is not good. That's not in the spirit of this what we're doing here. We're gonna race it out. We're gonna race it out. Okay, here we go. Getting close to the end of our pit stop. Oh man, are we gonna end up being 2 laps down? What? It said pit limiter engaged. Oh my goodness.
Stay behind the line.
Okay, we are gonna do a restart. I hate to do that. Really, really hate to do that, but it's just, I was certain it said pit limiter engaged at the top of the screen. Okay. Next time we're going to make it extra sure. Still kind of figuring this simulator out a little bit. I've been playing it a lot more lately, but although I've had it for a couple years now, it's only recently I've really been sinking my teeth into it. So from this point on, no restarts. Unless something really bad happens. That's I don't know. Play it by ear, I guess. I can't figure out why Felix Rosenquist's car doesn't have the blue side pods. He's got the dark gray side pods. Could not keep my heating tires on the formation lap, unfortunately, so we're going with real cold rubber.
Green, green, green.
Left side. Clear left.
A little bit of a tidier start than the last one. Felix Rosenquist in front of me there. He's an underrated driver as far as I'm concerned. Sad to see him go for McLaren, but wherever he ends up next year, hopefully he can prove himself. I mean, he qualified pole at Laguna Seca, which means I don't know if they broke the quality times in the race. Yikes. If they didn't break the lap times in the race, that means he's a lap record holder at Laguna Seca.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Right side's clear. Watch your right. Right side is clear.
There's Pagano behind me again. You stay away from me. You stay away from me.
On the left. Clear on the left. You got a car on your left. Your left is clear.
The guy did it again.
Left side. Left side is clear. On
Whew.
your right.
That one, if that was a collision, would have been my fault, big time.
Suspension damage.
I think my suspension damage is okay though, it's not too bad. My wheel's just slightly off center.
Right side.
Oh, I can drive with it.
Still there. Clear right.
Yikes. Okay, we lost a bunch of positions there.
Stay on it. Keep digging. 23rd place. That was 114.2. That might be outside track limits.
Ooh, boy, turned in way too early there.
The gap in front is now 1.9.
For the next race, I'm definitely putting a fan on me. It is way too warm in this room. Okay, let's get my pits figured out here. I think I could probably do 10 laps on alternates. Okay. Got that pit menu out of the way. I've got a clear track. Just gonna put my head down. I tried to push that suspension damage off as nothing, but I am feeling it quite a bit, especially turn 1.
P21, your lap time was 108.5. That's your best lap in this session. You were out to track limits there.
Come on, come on. Man, this car is just understeering so bad after that car clipped me.
The gap in front is now 6.1.
Okay, let's move that brake bias back a little bit, maybe. Induce a little bit of rotation. Okay, I think I also have adjustable roll bars in this car. Let's stiffen up that back one a little bit.
That lap was at 108.2. That's your fastest lap today.
Ooh! Yikes! Those two cars ahead of me are a lap down. That's VK and Pagano. Pagano, again, being the guy that clipped me.
Your lap times are improving. This is exactly what we need.
Ooh, that's not going to be an improvement this lap, though. Man, I should use my push to pass. Keep forgetting I push to pass. Cut that a little bit much.
Okay, Emmy, the next car is Harvey.
A little bit better on turn 1 there.
The gap to RB ahead is now 8.3. You're out of track limits there.
I know. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just trying to reel in that apex there, and I overdid it. Okay, I gotta tidy this up a little bit. That's more like it for that corner. Nice and friendly with the wall and the corner exit.
That's your fastest lap.
Turned in too early for that corner. I'm really bad at that in that particular corner.
RB ahead is now 8.4 seconds. P19. Alright, Emmy, it's starting to drizzle.
Oh boy, oh boy. Was not expecting that. Whoa. That changed the traction real quick.
The car behind is catching. The gap's now 18 seconds. You've got about 4 laps of fuel left. The gap to Harvey ahead is increasing. It's now 11 seconds.
I'm gonna push it as long as possible, see where this weather is gonna go. as it stands, I think I'm gonna stick with the alternates. Okay, next time I'm gonna go in and get the alternates, I think, actually.
Okay, pit stop requested. Okay, Emmy. Expect traffic on exit. When we exit the pits, will be in P22, really close to P14 and P13. P18, we estimate 3 laps of fuel left. You've just done a 108.0.
Now let's go a little longer. Because they're on alternates and they haven't pit yet.
Only 2 more laps of fuel. That lap time was 107.5. Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
Yeah, I kind of blew that. Distracted by the pit menu.
Looks like that was outside track limits.
So, soft slicks. Let's make it 10 laps. No damage repairs.
Left side.
Oh, no.
Right.
Okay,
You're on the right.
guess we're fixing damage also.
Your suspension's good.
On the right. We're clear on the right.
We expect to exit the pits in position 22, right behind P14. Pit crew is ready. The car in front is Rossi.
Whoa, no.
For the pit speed limit.
Completely lost it on the entrance. It's really loose in the back end with that damage. Oh, come on, really? Okay. It's gonna be a short stint on these tires. I don't know if I'm actually gonna get points, because I don't think it goes right down to last place for points. I think it's just down to like P19 or something. Who's pitting in behind me here? I don't recognize that livery. I can't remember who that is. Come on, come on, come on.
Hold on, go.
Okay.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 10 Celsius. Your exit is clear. Watch the white line.
Ah, pit limiter. Okay, I think I need to be ready to take wets.
The gap to Rossi ahead is increasing. It's now 16 seconds. pitting now. You're last.
Yeah, I know I'm last. It's not too slippery yet.
Paolo is now in the lead.
DeFrancesco and Ray Hall in front of me. They're sure duking it out big time. Ooh.
You're out of track limits there. Air temperature's falling. It's now 5 Celsius. Okay, Emmy. We've seen a few spots of rain. Seems to be increasing.
Whoa! Severe damage on what?
You've got some serious suspension damage there.
Okay, yeah, we're pitting in.
You've just done a 109.9.
Not doing great here. Really, really not doing great. But it's the first race of the season. And we're still under halfway. A lot could still happen. This time I'm not going to spin it on pit entrance. The suspension damage feels similar to the previous suspension damage I had. Oh my goodness.
On your left. Your left is clear.
That made me flinch. I didn't think collisions were turned off on pit entrance, not also. I thought it was just the pit lane itself.
Is now leading. Watch your speed limit in the pits. When we exit the pits, we should be in position 24
Yep.
behind Rahal.
Okay. Hopefully this rain continues to make this this worthwhile. They're pitting for alternates. I think I should have pit for alternates. Oh, it's coming down harder though. It's coming down much, much harder. I think maybe this is going to pay off. Hopefully the repairs go quickly. Pit limiter is for sure on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get me out there.
Go, go. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 7 Celsius. There's traffic behind. Take care rejoining. Blue flag.
I do have no idea how the wet tires handle in this game. The track is certainly getting a little bit shinier, so I think it is getting wetter. Really early onto the wet tires, but now we'll see if it was worth it or not as we go. Seems to be handling okay. Let's not lock them up. There is still a dry line. So I think those on alternate still are going to have the advantage. Oh, man. Just a graze, just a graze.
You've got a little bit of suspension damage.
Yeah, I can feel it a little bit.
The leader, McLaughlin, is pitting. Blue flag.
Oh man, Arenas VK is a whole lap ahead of me.
Blue flag.
His tires are not fast. It is slippery though. Don't think it's wet tire slippery though. I think I'm hurting myself more than anything else. Oh my goodness, that wall.
Watch out, on your left. Got a car on your right. Your right side's clear.
Your suspension's looking pretty bad, mate.
How many times am I gonna have to pit for damage? Oh man, these cars more durable than a F1 car, but let's take a gamble.
Speed limit. Expect traffic on exit.
Let's get myself on the alternates.
24, right ahead of Rossi.
Not impressing anyone with this race. Sorry, whacked the microphone stand with my water bottle.
Go, go, go. Okay, Emmy, that's half distance. You're looking good for fuel. Pit exit's clear.
I think going back onto alternates was a big mistake. I should have stayed on the wets. Ooh. All a learning experience, I guess. That's
Okay, pit stop requested. Blue flag.
this is way too slippery.
Watch your left. Left side is clear. Left side. You are clear on the left side.
I know they're cold, but I mean they're just.
Blue flag.
I'm not gonna get heat into them in these conditions.
Left side. Clear on the left.
There'll be traffic when you exit the pits. When we exit the pits, we should be in P24, right with P11 and P10. Blue flag.
Lots of pit stop practice. Ooh, man, it's just like ice. I don't know how the AI are still on alternates. This is... it is so slippery.
Hold on, go.
Excuse me.
There's traffic on the exit. Keep it tight. Blue flag.
Ooh.
Watch your right side. Clear on the right side. Right side. Your right side's clear.
I think that's Santino Ferrucci.
Right side.
This must be how Sergio Perez at Suzuka felt.
Blue flag.
Watch your right side. Still there. Hold your line. Right side is clear.
Blue flag.
Like, they're still faster than me on the alternates, but don't know how or where they are finding grip. With all my repairs I've done, I don't know how I'm going to finish anywhere but 24th, but like I said earlier, there is points for finishing if I, well, I think. It depends on, I mean, in real life there's points for finishing. It all depends on the point system that I selected for this championship. I hope I got it right. Okay, now I'm starting to gain on them, so I think the alternates are definitely starting to fall off. And the track's favoring the wets.
You're out to track limits there.
On the right side.
That's my
Right
teammate.
side's clear.
Blue flag.
On the right. He's still there. Right side is clear.
You think you might have gone outside of track limits there?
Yeah, I was out of control.
You got a car on your left. You're clear on the left side.
Come on, come on.
Watch the right side. Right side is clear. Right side. Clear on the right.
I can't see anything.
Blue flag.
Man, is it ever coming down now?
He's on your left.
Okay, now his cars that are on
Still there.
the wet compound.
You're clear on the left side. On the left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Blue flag.
Man, is this challenging.
He's on your right. We are clear on the right.
You're outside.
Right side. Still there. He's still there.
Blue flag.
Hold that line. Your right side's clear.
Blue flag. Lead car's pitting.
Left side. You're clear on the left.
Blue flag.
On your left. Your left is clear. Got a car on your right. Right side's clear.
Try a more lean fuel mixture, see if it's a little bit easier to handle under throttle. You know, since we got the adjustable anti-roll bars, let's just soften them all around. Soften the front a little bit more.
Blue flag.
Bring that brake bias a hint backwards. Hey Fonz, I saw you sent a message there. This race is a bit of a wash, no pun intended.
Got a car on your right side. Clear on the right.
Starting to get a bit of a drawing line here. There goes my camera. Camera just died.
Wide. You're in the middle. Clear on the right. Clear all round.
Something from one of the tire barriers on the track. Hopefully don't see too much more rain this championship, because this is incredibly challenging. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that was a bit early on my turn in. Combination of a lapse in concentration
On your right.
along with not able to see anything.
Blue flag.
Watch your right. There's a car on your right. Clear on the right.
Blue flag.
On the right.
Whoa, stingray rod right there.
Watch your right. Clear on the right. Right side. Right side's clear.
Blue flag.
I don't want to know how many laps I'm down right now. All I know is it really, really isn't pretty. Hello, Castroneves. I did not even see you coming.
On the left. Clear on the left.
You've just gone out of track limits.
Okay, I need to start paying attention to the laps I'm doing in the wet. I need to know if I'm actually improving or not. So that was a sloppy lap, but I got 119.
Blue flag.
Well, since it started raining, every single lap has been sloppy. And 50% of the laps before it was raining were sloppy too.
Watch your left. You're clear on the left side. Watch your right.
That was Pato.
Clear on the right.
17 that time.
Right side. Your right side's clear. Car on your right. We are clear on the right. Right side.
The Chip Ganassi racing car there. I can't remember the driver's name.
On the right. Still there. Clear on the right.
That's not Polo. Is it? Is this the 2022 liveries? And not the 2023 liveries?
Blue flag.
Left side. Your left side is clear. Watch out, on your left. He's still there. Clear left.
Okay, so the part of my problem is I really gotta stay on the racing line. I'm really finding offline the standing water is incredibly slippery.
Two to go.
2 to go. Oh man, am I that many laps down?
That might be outside track limits.
This is a very challenging race. Slippery, slippery, slippery. I wonder, do we dare go back up to a little bit more rich of a fuel mixture? Let's make my last lap in the rain, my best lap in the rain. See if we can get like a 1:15 or something.
One more lap to go. Blue flag.
The problem is it's so wet that I'm having a hard time even seeing the dry line. I can catch a glimpse of it every once in a while. Like here I can see it. Although I was focusing so much on trying to follow it that I think I was looking at the wrong thing. And I ended up completely missing the corner. There's a bit of the line. It seems as if the computer drivers are missing the apexes intentionally a little bit.
Car on your right.
Hardly been touching the push to pass since it started raining because,
Hold your line.
well,
Clear on the right.
should be obvious.
Right side. Right side's clear.
Woo.
Clear on the right.
Mule
side.
man.
You got a car on your left side.
Okay, that's the end.
Clear on the left.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness it's the end. That was so hard. Ah, as Dixon runs me off the track on the cool down lap. It was terribly challenging, Fonz. Oh, wow, my wheels angled like this to go straight now. Well, let's hope it doesn't rain again, especially in Long Beach for the next race. I don't know when I'm gonna do that one.
Right side.
Long weekend next week.
You are clear on the right.
Depending on what my plans are on Thanksgiving Day, maybe I can do like a Thanksgiving stream. And depending on, yeah, I don't know what time my family plans are that day, so maybe in the morning. I thought INDYCARs didn't have blue flags. I think they do. I'm pretty sure they do. Then again, this is gonna... Because of the main racing series that this simulator follows, those fall under FIA rules, so all the rules are going to use FIA. My goodness! What the heck? Oh man, what was that? I can't even move. I'm missing a wheel. I just got pile drive by one of the Youngco's Hollinger cars. Okay. Well, sorry, back to the flags that we're talking about. I do think they use blue flags, but the main one difference I know is... sorry, I'm just distracted by that front right wheel still spinning. The main difference in the flags is the white flag. In FIA rules, white flag means slow-moving car on track or slow-moving vehicle. So usually if there's like a car, in my situation, limping around the track, all this would actually be a yellow flag, not a white flag. But if there's a car limping their way around the track back to the pit lane, they'd fly a white flag to the cars approaching behind it. Or if there's a safety vehicle on track, they do it for that. Those sorts of things. But in INDYCAR, white flag is last lap. But yeah, I do think they do use blue flags for a car behind, but I don't think they do that on the ovals, just the road courses. I don't know that for sure. Just that's as far as I know. I'm just gonna stop that wheel. Alright, well, that is the end of the race. Let's skip that cooldown lap. Let's maybe get a bit of a replay here while we wrap up. That was weird looking. But yeah, Long Beach is next. Long Beach is a tricky track, especially the final hairpin. And if it rains there, it'll likely end up in as a DNF for me, I think. Sorry the stream's so choppy right now. I don't know why it's doing that. But, yeah. Thanks for tuning in. I think that is all I'm doing for today. And, catch you guys on the next stream. Cheers. Thanks again for tuning in. Like and subscribe or something. I don't know. Okay, bye.